Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Chitra. In this video, I'm going to be taking you along with us as we are going to be starting our planting season and also take you on a mini tour of our garden. We have been waiting for quite a while to start our planting, and we didn't start all the seeds from scratch this year. A couple of them we had to buy. We were a little bit late and the weather has not also been very good this spring. We had a really wet spring with constant rain and also extreme cold weather. In this video, I'll be showing you how we started a new garden patch. We wanted to maximize our vegetable production, and my husband decided to make a new patch in the front yard. We already got these paving stones last autumn and it was waiting for us. So sometime in mid of March we started to prepare the patch, but after that we didn't have the opportunity to plant. We will be planting some sweet corn, some Brussels sprouts and also some peas and a few other vegetables in the front patch. In the backyard, we are going to be planting a few of the regulars, but that in another video. I'm trying to edit that too. We decided to use this digger for this purpose because this side the soil is very hard, and this was how our front yard was looking in March. This is just before Easter. You can see these Easter bells. This is a quick way to dig faster, otherwise it takes really long, and since this patch has not been done since we moved in here, it is a little bit hard and there are a few stones too. These wires belong to the lawn mower robot, and they help the robot to move in the right direction and prevent it from falling off. As we are digging, we discover more of these wires and we will be taking them out before we start planting. We get early morning sun and a late afternoon sun in this part of the garden. Before we moved to this home and before the construction, this used to be a vegetable patch. One of our neighbors used to cultivate a lot of vegetables in this place. Anyway, she moved out, and during that time of construction, they had to dispose of the vegetable patch and cut down a few fruit trees. We are trying to replant those fruit trees now. A couple of weeks back, my husband broke all these wood stalks from the different branches from our property, and he could cover the soil with this, but we didn't have enough. This is our pawpaw tree, and during the early spring months, these flowers look so beautiful. It looks a little bare, but I'm amazed at this beauty. Last year we got a few pawpaw to harvest and it was quite tasty. We have two of them and one of them did produce quite a few pawpaw. We had a really bad spring this time. It was mostly rainy and wet and even very cold. This bush over here is the aronia berry bush. It was a little bit of a problem last year with this bush because there were a lot of ants and bugs. My husband could solve that problem by keeping an incense below the plant, and hopefully this year they are recovering. This is kind of an apricot, and this plant has also recovered this time and it did flower. I didn't film that time because it was mostly rainy and cloudy. By the time we could start planting, The gap between digging and preparing the soil was already about 2 weeks, and you can see some of the older grass seeds have started to grow again. And now first we have to remove this grass and then start planting. In this patch, we are going to be planting a few different vegetables which grow at different times. Here he is planting some Brussels sprouts, and then in between he will be planting some peas, and then afterwards some string beans at a later date. This way these plants will support each other and will also enrich the soil. By planting beans, we are increasing the nitrogen content of the soil. If we plant the Brussels sprouts now, we can have a good winter vegetable so that we can have something also for the winter months. Last winter was a little bit of a disaster. We didn't have many things to harvest. And then we have already started some sweet corn seeds which are germinating in the greenhouse, and we will be planting that. In my last year's video, I also mentioned we had a lot of mice, but somehow in this side they have kind of disappeared, but we have a lot of ants. So to combat that, we are going to be sticking some nice incense next to each of these sweet corn plants. And this has worked for the other bushes over there. They were also infested. We didn't get much of these fruits and berries last year. This has worked out, and I had a few incense sticks with me. Now I'm not using this incense. This particular brand of incense is made with organic ingredients and also organic essential oils. So this is not going to harm our soil. In the backyard, we could also prepare the soil. a small little harvest for us. This salad was planted last year. This is very astringent and very sharp in taste. We were craving salad and waiting for spring, so I got a bunch of salad leaves from the supermarket, and it was nice to mix these together with the other one and make a big salad bowl. We have yet to decide what we are going to plant here, but as usual, I guess we will be planting some beetroot, some fennel. We are not planting potatoes this time, probably a very small patch, because we cannot plant potatoes in the same place every year, and that's why we are taking a break from potatoes or probably find a different patch for it. This is our red currant bush, and I wanted to keep you updated before it starts to fruit. This is still at the beginning of May. It will be a couple of months before we can harvest it, and they had already flowered. I didn't go around with the camera during the flowering season. I expect to get a good harvest again this year, and this bush has really served us well so far. This would be the 5th year in harvesting them. Since it was really a wet spring, we had a lot of water in our creek, and you can see it's really gushing with a lot of water. A couple of years back, we made a small bridge, and that way we could get to our fairy garden. In this fairy garden, we also have the elderberry bush and a couple of hazelnut trees. This used to be our old strawberry patch. We started a new patch in one of the raised beds. These have still somehow survived, and last year we did get a few fruits too. This is our apple tree, and we did get a good bloom, but let's see if we get any fruits this year. With this, I end my video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you could get a good glimpse of our garden in early spring. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.